Hi, Sagittarius. Chronic Joy Tarot. This is going to be your reading for the month of April 2017. And what I'm going to do here is pull sort of a guidance card from this oracle deck. This is from Doreen Virtue, excuse me. It's called the Ascended Masters. And we're going to pull that first card to sort of guide the reading and figure out what we want to focus on this month. And then from the Zen Tarot deck, I'm going to read how we're going to achieve that, whatever that is. Let's see what it is. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're guided for the month of April, Sagittarius. We pulled this card, Nurture Yourself. It's a beautiful card. Mother Mary represents self-nurturing. And whether it's a matter of you tend to put yourself last in your life, or I just get the feeling that maybe you don't always tend to yourself first. And if you do, then you're doing the right thing and you need to continue because it's really self-nurturing, so important. You know, that's really the fuel that keeps you going in your life. This spread is called the Flying Bird. This is the first card. This is the sort of the launch pad, the taking off point. And then we move through the cards and end up here with our outcome. So considering that self-nurturing is the theme of the reading, let's see where we are starting. Okay, the starting point here is the card Integration. This is wonderful. This is telling us to take it all in. Let's see, mind and body, mind, body, and spirit, day and night, happy and sad, anything that you feel are at maybe polarity that are opposing ends really can be integrated together. That's really a beautiful place to start when you're talking about nurturing, because when we go through our days, in our lives, we come upon all kinds of contrasting situations, and being able to be that steady flow, that steady energy, and maintain that throughout the craziness that happens in our lives is a really important start to learn how to take care of oneself. The position of this card is the block. It's called the fear of flying, since this is called the Flying Bird. This is the one position that could halt your progress. So in thinking of integrating all the parts of your life in order to nurture yourself, the one thing that could block you or stop you is this card of completion. And what I'm getting from this card could have different meanings, and what I'm getting from this position and this reading is that listen to your intuition more. You see that puzzle piece is right there on the point of the third eye, and it's the last piece to go in place. It's sort of like you've mastered your physical world, you've mastered so many things about your life, and the one thing left to complete that cycle or to master for yourself is your intuition. And trust your sense of self. Trust yourself as you're moving through your month. The Aloneness card is this is the sort of the external manifestation of these two, and this tells me that you have what it takes to continue, your self-nurturing. You have it already. You have it alone. You don't need to rely on anyone else. You are, all that. You're all of those abilities to see both sides. You are an intuitive person, and you don't really need to reach outward or seek help from anyone else, because you have the tools within you. Another thing to point out is that these 3 cards, this is the base of the reading. This is like your the sort of the heart of your movement. And all 3 of these cards are what we call major arcanas. They're all Roman numeral cards, and they are all sort of pivot points. So you have a potential for a big shift. It probably will only show up internally because of the self, the nature of this reading, but it could be powerful. The next card, oh yeah. This is telling us, as we travel along through our little journey, our little month, is that the time is now. The time is now to take care of yourself. Don't put it off. Don't put anyone else first. And I'm just thinking that, the starting point of your self-nurturing is to check in with yourself, whether that's in a form of meditation, if you like to exercise, if you like to read, sing music, play music, dance, whatever it is that takes care of you, of that point in your spirit that really you identify with as you, do it. And the time is now. It is definitely the month to do so. The one thing to watch, not to worry about, but to watch for, this fighting card. And I'm going to just take this a step. I'm not saying you're going to be fighting with others. I think you might have a possible internal block to these steps. And just be aware of it. It doesn't mean, you're wrong if you think, oh, I'll take care of myself tomorrow. I'll do it next week, or, I'll start my meditation practice or my yoga practice next week. Yeah, that's okay, but we're already guided that the time is right now, and you can really exact some big changes in your life if you go ahead and start. So if it's the big yoga class you're looking for and you want to, I'll start it next week, just do some yoga stretches on your own. Do it on your own. This is, remember this card, aloneness. You can do it. You don't need anyone else to rely on. And then one of the outcomes, or the path to your outcome, is going to come from a sense of, even though you're doing this on your own, you're really never alone, which is beautiful. Call to your guides, call to your spirit guides and your angels and your higher power, and like-minded people in your life that will support your self-nurturing. And you'll find that, let's see where you're going to arrive. Oh boy, this is the final card. This is called the burden. It's a mind card. And what I'm going to say is that now this could mean, anybody that takes it literally, it could mean that taking these steps and taking care of yourself is going to be a burden, and it's going to be too hard to do, and you're not going to be able to achieve self-nurturing. I reject that theory. What I'm saying is, by taking these steps and by worrying about yourself first, taking care of yourself, get the massage, take a hot bath every night, whatever it is that helps you through and makes you feel whole, is going to help relieve you of burdens. If you're a more wholly put together individual, you have more to give away. You have more to share with others. You can be a support for others. And without the burden of putting others first and then having to worry about yourself later, that creates a burden on you, on your spirit. Without that, you become stronger, and you become the one that others look to. So I like this reading for you this month. These, like I said, these bottom 3 cards are really key in order to getting the energy started. So make sure to take note when you have contrast around you, accept it all. Accept it all, sort of observe it with interest instead of reacting. Oh, you know, they said day and I think night. They say day and I say night, or whatever. It's okay, because they say day and day is right for them and night is right for you, if you're kind of catching my drift. It's all okay. And if you can, go ahead and move through the early part of the month like that with your awareness that you know what your guidance is, then you're going to really, you'll expand. And like I said, your higher power and your guides will respond, and you will be carried through the month with beauty and ease, and you'll end up feeling a lot lighter. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Check out my channel weekly. I post I post weekly readings every Monday or so for a general forecast for the week, and I will do another horoscope reading for you at the start of May. So enjoy your April. If you want to book a private reading right about now, you can see my website up in this corner, and you can click through and book with me. Okay, otherwise, I'll talk to you in May. Thank you. Bye-bye.